So how can training in nature affect your performance? Ideally, you should train in a perfect environment. That's when you can perform the best. Okay? If you want to run, running on a perfectly flat and smooth kind of turf might help you to run faster. So what happens if you start training outdoors, training, for example, on the beach? Okay? Sandy beach, and you have to run, and unfortunately you cannot run as fast as you would on the turf. But what happens if you manage, after a bit of training, to run almost as fast? What will happen when you go back to the turf? What will happen to your performance? You might be able, because you were able to adapt to a different environment, to become faster or stronger when you go back to a perfect environment. So actually training outdoors with a lot of variables, with your body able to adapt to a lot of different stimuli, would help you to increase your performance in a perfect environment. Most of the people lift weights. Okay, they go to the gym and they usually lift apparatus that have been designed for that. So maybe a barbell, a dumbbell, kettlebell, something that was designed to be lifted. Something that is usually very smooth, okay, has a nice grip, especially designed for human hands. So just the right size, perfectly balanced, and they actually lift again in a perfect environment. A flat surface where they can have a good stance, stable, so they can actually lift as much as they optimally can. When you start lifting in nature, it's a completely different story. All of a sudden, you try to lift anything around you. It could be a log, it could be a stone, anything you could find in nature. Those objects are irregular. They have a very irregular shape. Some bits are really rough, some bits could be really sharp as well. There are odd objects that can be quite challenging to lift, even if they are not extremely heavy. The surface where you lift can be as well very different from a gym. So the terrain can be a bit on a slope or very irregular. All of a sudden, there's a lot of things happening in your body, trying to adapt and compensate for this suboptimal environment and suboptimal object. And therefore you become more adaptive, you become better at lifting, and better at lifting pretty much anything in a lot of different positions. And that helps your performance. And being outside anyway has a lot of health benefits on the side. For example, you train in the sun. And as you know, being in the sun is something we really need. We need that for vitamin D production, we need that for health in general. And a lot of people suffer from depression just because of the lack of light, lack of being outdoors, lack of green space, and lack of sun. So being outdoors, being in nature, definitely helps you.